So before we go into the questions, what is it that a pathologist does? Can you just tell us that first?
Yeah, so a pathologist, in layman's term, is actually a doctor's doctor. So reason I say that is because a lot of times the disease or the pathology that's happening in a patient, the clinician needs a pathologist to confirm. And most common example of this being cancer. So when an oncologist is suspecting cancer, they cannot really diagnose cancer until they have a biopsy or a liquid sample from the blood. And the pathologist is the person who actually gives them either a good news that this is not cancer or bad news that this is indeed cancer. So pathologist is basically the person behind the scene who does most of the diagnosis part. And there are different types of pathologists. There is a general anatomic pathologist, also known as surgical pathologist, a clinical pathologist who does mostly blood and clinical diagnostic. And within the anatomic pathologist, there's a subset called forensic pathologist. As you can see, forensic pathologists are usually those that actually do autopsies. So they basically are in the morgue and they do autopsies and give help the coroners and the police to identify causes of death. But that's generally a broad overview of what pathology is.
Mhm. And what led you to specialize in pathology? What interests you?
Yeah, the biggest interest was this kind of avenue where, finding the unknown. So it's like when you get a sample that you don't know whether it's going to be, abnormal or normal, this whole sort of exploratory process is very interesting. And that kind of stimulated my interest when I was in med school because as you can see now with artificial intelligence and all these nuances or improvements in technology, the pathologist actually is a very central role in all the entire process. And so it's more and more people in medical school are now trying to develop skills and have interest towards pathology because of this very reason, because you can have a very distinct sort of expertise which can help you grow both professionally as well as in your overall mental well-being. So the pathology, I think, is a great example of that. It's a good work-life balance also.